Hello everyone, NG55 here, and welcome to a very interesting and different kind of review that I normally do. This is me reviewing a fanfic. I did this on special request, so I won't do this very often unless somehow I'm inspired, or if I get a request and I have read the story. Okay then, so let's get started. Sonic Shadow Lover 13 requested that I do a review of her fanfiction based on the game Oogie's Revenge. She did a novelization about it, but with her own spin on some things. So, in short, it is a very good story and actually comes to be a little bit better than the game actually is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the game and it is a very decent sequel to the movie, but here she added some things that not only made it more interesting, but also added to the romance between Jack and Sally, which I felt was kind of lacking in the actual game, but I digress. So, the story is pretty much the same, with the same things going on, with Jack leaving Halloween Town in order to go find some new discoveries for Halloween, and Oogie Boogie slowly taking over after he was brought back by Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Oh no! Terrible tragedies! So yeah, it's just like in the game, it just, again, with some different spins on certain scenes here and there. The songs are also cut since, well, I can understand why, since this is pretty much the actual story where, you know. Anyway, so like I said, the songs are cut, which is kind of sad since the renditions were pretty awesome, but I digress. That doesn't even really matter, nor does it make the story any less good. Also, Sally also carries a knife in some scenes of the game, and she actually even, at some point, here and there, actually comes in certain scenes that normally, in the game, she was in the background for. So that's part of what made this game pretty good, was that Sally was actually a bit more active in this game, because in the game, yeah, she was pushed off to the background most of the time, sadly, and that really, really disappointed me, because, come on, she was one of the main characters of the movie! She really should have had a bigger role, but, I digress. At least in this story, she was actually given a bit more attention and had a lot more to do. Such as, for example, in the underground burial chamber, she was actually there with a knife, like I said earlier, that she carries a knife. And when Jack finds her, he finds her with a knife, and they almost attack each other, but thankfully they don't. That was a pretty good little update on the actual scene from the game, which, again, wasn't bad, but it was an interesting little turn on it. Okay, now I'm going to reveal a little bit of a spoiler because, well, face it, this is my video, my review. I'm not going to hold back on any spoilers. Sorry, Shadow Liver! Yeah, don't ask. So anyway, if you don't want to be spoiled, stop the video right now, go read the actual fanfic, and then come right back. But if you do want to be spoiled, or if you've already read it, well, okay, there you go. You know what's going to happen. Anyway, so Jack is also planning to propose to Sally. Yay! He even carries the ring in a box with him. Aw, so cute. And at one point, Barrel even steals it, and then he has to get it back from him. Does he eventually propose to her? Yes, he does. He actually does. But unfortunately, Sally didn't even get a chance to answer him. But later she actually does. Yay! So, that was a cute little subplot, having Jack proposing to Sally like that. It was very sweet. In fact, at the end of the story, they actually do get married, which, I gotta say, was pretty awesome, and in a way, it actually made for a nice little subplot that actually does work to build up their relationship, because in the actual game, there is so very little romantic interaction between them. I mean, it's kind of like they're just not even in love, even though we clearly can see that they are. So, that's why I really like this story. It actually had the romance between them, and you believe they've been together for a year and really love each other. Another little spin that Sonic Shadow Lover 13 took on the story was also that Jack and Sally were once kids. I know in some ways that's a little bit improbable, but in a lot of other ways it's actually a lot of fun, and I couldn't help but love it. Anyway, she goes back in a little flashback to when Jack and Sally actually went to this tombstone and carved their names, and that they were BFFs. It's actually very sweet that Jack and Sally grew up together, because in a way it kind of really builds a nice foundation of their relationship and really gives off that they were friends for a long time and really know and understand each other very well. That was really sweet and just so adorable. Oh. Oh yes, and she also made the Spiral Hill scene even better, because in the game it was great, except there was no kiss. Oh, it was a perfect opportunity. Well, at least in this story, she actually did make them kiss, which was pretty damn sweet. And they did still sing the song, and that really added to the moment. It was so adorable. Aww. Jack also nearly dies in this story, and he nearly dies protecting Sally, which was really, really sweet. Really showed just how much he loved her and would be willing to risk his own life for her. Sally is then crying over his body, which was really sad. Poor woman. But then she feels Jack's fingers running through her hair, and that's how we realize he's alive! Yay! So, like I said, the story ends with them getting married, and it was a very, very well done, executed little scene there. So, that's my verdict on The Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge by Sonic Shadow Lover 13. So, like I said, the story was excellent. It was well written, it was nicely made, the scenes were nice, and it really felt like we were in the game, just with, again, different spins on what happened in certain scenes. So, I really like this story, and I highly recommend it if you want a little bit of a different outlook on the game and some things updated here and there. So, if you do like the game and maybe you want to read a story about it, go check it out. Definitely check it out because it's worth a read, even just once. Come on. Come on. Go read it. Okay, I'm done here. So, like I said, it's a great story, and if you like the game, I highly recommend it. Thank you all for watching, and see you again next time.